There are currently only 3 toll roads in the whole of New Zealand, but Transport Minister Simeon Brown says all new roads will be assessed for a user pays model. Reporter Fina Owen hit the road to see how that model is being received in the lower North Island.
The people of Dannevirke are fighting back.
There's a revolt in the heartland, and the government better know that that is the truth.
Following Woodville's meeting the previous week, Dannevirke locals packed a hall on Wednesday night to quiz NZTA and local politicians about a proposed toll on a road over the Ruahine Range, linking Tararua with Manawatu.
Is an absolutely huge issue. It's a real kick in the guts.
We already sacrificed her, and now we have to pay for that sacrifice.
The road going over Ruahine?
Yeah.
Now the government is coming at the 11th hour because Simeon Brown needs to find money to fill a $6 billion hole in his transport budget, and they're looking to hit the pockets of hard-working people in this community and the surrounds, and it's simply not right.
Inside, local councillors and Labour politicians were donning toll-free Tararua T-shirts. The National MPs, no thanks. But MP for Wairarapa Nationals Mike Butterick fronted up to his constituents.
Mike, are you going to stand with us? And you should tell us that here tonight. Are you going to stand with us here tonight? Don't take our words back. Tell us tonight.
Thank you, Jules. And look, I've been very clear. I am here to listen and take those voices back. And so...
There it is, Te Ahuaturanga is the name of the road, 11.5 kilometres, 4 lanes from Woodville here through to Ashurst, and if it's tolled then you'll be pinged $4.30 each way in your light vehicle.
Thank you.
At Dannevirke's legendary fruit and veg shop, Suresh and Peter Patel are launching their own protest. With a heavier vehicle, the proposed toll will cost them $8.60 one way. Like many local businesses, they make 4 or 5 trips a week over to Palmerston North.
People don't realise how much that they're going to be out of pocket by these toll charges and how much we've got to pass those costs on as well.
Nationwide, there are 3 existing toll roads north of Auckland and 2 in Tauranga. 3 more are proposed, the Takatimu North Link in Tauranga, Otaki to Levin and the Woodville to Ashurst. In June this year, the government gave a clear message to NZTA through a land transport policy statement
that set a clear expectation for the Transport Agency to consider tolling to support the construction and maintenance costs of all new roads.
This is not a new road. This is a replacement for a broken road, and if they go ahead with this toll, it'll actually be a broken promise.
The highway replaces the impassable Manawatu Gorge Road. A 24-kilometre alternative to this state highway stretch from Otaki to Levin would set back light vehicle owners $2.70 one way.
Personal opinion, yes, I am in favour of tolls, but obviously, for the community, I've got to look out for the best interests of them.
Bernie Wandon is the mayor of Horowhenua District. When the new road is complete in 2029, the old state highway will be handed to the council to maintain.
$2.70 doesn't sound a lot in the big scheme of things, but we know that we have some of the highest deprivation levels in the country.
In this area?
In this area. So whatever cost you're adding to our community needs to be somehow alleviated, and in the way that we think that some of that funding should come back to the community so that we don't have to increase their rates to improve our road maintenance on those state highways that exist at the moment.
In the Tararua district, the alternative routes to the tolled highway will also be handed to the council to maintain. It will be too expensive, says Mayor Tracy Collis, to keep the saddle roads safe.
Every time the siren goes up in Woodville, our people know where they're headed.
The siren went up the very next morning when Q&A was in Woodville and appliances attended an accident at the start of the Saddle Road. Tolling and driver behaviour around it is one of Simon Kingham's specialist topics. The Canterbury University-based geographer and former staffer with NZTA also looks at equity issues around tolling.
In many ways, what you're doing is you're in a way offering people a premium product. You're saying that the road, you can use an alternative route, it's not as good. You pay $2 or $3 or whatever the amount is, and you get this really good road that's going to get you there faster and straighter, and it's not going to have lots of traffic and vehicles turning in and out, won't have as many roundabouts. So you, in a way, you're saying to people, you get a premium product, but you have to pay for it.
Those opposing the toll on the replacement road from Woodville predict most locals will choose the alternative route.
Why would they make that personal choice?
I can't comment on that.
OK, well, I guess it's a rhetorical question.
Quite.
They would make that choice because they couldn't afford to pay to go on the new road, the quicker road, the better road. And what this does, it discriminates those people who can afford to pay and those people who can't. And that's wrong.
Dr Kingham predicts that Cantabrians may be the next to raise their voices about tolling. There are unconfirmed rumours the Wood End bypass may be tolled.
So if a toll were to be put on, and the Minister has indicated he would like the roads of national significance to be tolled, and he's hinted at this one being tolled, it might not go down well when people are already saying, we're already subsidising the rest of the country and now you want us to pay extra for one road.
Submissions on all three proposed toll roads close on the 7th of October.
I do think that you're raising very valid points and would be happy to take those in your submission.
Straight after the meeting, Linda Stewart, who fronts for NZTA at the meetings, was rushed out of a side door away from Dannevirke locals and Q&A.
So what happens next? Well, the board of NZTA will consider the submissions. They'll make a recommendation to Transport Minister Simeon Brown, who'll take his recommendation to Cabinet, and then Cabinet will let us know, let the community know what their decision is on whether this road will be tolled just before Christmas.
But not before communities on both sides of the Te Āhua-Turanga Highway take further action. Maybe a trip to Parliament.
I am absolutely up for a hikoi. We need to make our voices heard. We have one chance to make this stand or we pay forever.